John, first of all, this week, has it been about defensive drills?
Yeah. Obviously, with what happened on Saturday, then there was a lot to work on. So, and from previous games as well, the goals that were given away were very defendable, and we haven't done that. So, obviously, there needs work to be done.
You were very honest about the centre-backs after you in your post-match interview. Have you spoken to them both, and what's their reaction been to what was said?
We spoke to all the team, and obviously, defensively, it's as a team as well that we have to look at it and how we move forward, because obviously it hasn't been good enough, the goals that we conceded, and we should have had another 7 points to what we've got over in the December period, and we haven't had to defend very much. Attacking wise, we've done very well, and if you'd have said at the beginning of December we'd be without Derry Worrell, Monty, Marnie, David Amu, you think we'd be struggling going forwards, and that it's been the complete opposite. So it's been a bit of a shock to the system.
Because we talked last week about maybe bringing in some attacking players this January. Does the emphasis maybe change a little bit on your January recruitment now? Yeah,
it's something we've got to obviously look at, because it can't continually happen. But first and foremost, we've got to get back to how we were at the start of the season, and that is very hard to beat. And that hasn't been the case in the last 10 games, really.
In terms of looking at the transfer window, is it still academy loans? Is there any scope for spending any money or maybe bringing in some more experienced free agents?
The thing is that you've got to, because of the cap that it's on, then you've got to move people out before you can bring people in. And then it's who's available. So it's hard to bring in somebody from under 23 football, and you're taking a risk unless you really think they're better than this level. So, but we obviously we're looking hard to see if there's anybody there who can improve us, and if there is, then we'll try and get them.
And has there been any interest in some of the players who may be on the periphery of things for them to move on, as you mentioned there?
There's been inquiries, yeah, for a couple. So, but obviously, again, it's still up to the players whether they want to go.
Is that must be promising, though? I imagine it must give you an idea that you will maybe be able to reshape your squad within the cap this January, then.
Yeah, and there's not a great deal we need to change as regards the squad. As I keep saying, there's a lot of players who are playing well, and if we can start defending properly, then we'll start to win games. So we need to work hard on our defending, and if we can continue to be as dangerous as we are going forward, then we will have cracked it.
That must be pleasing. A positive. I know what's been a difficult few weeks, like you talk about, is the attacking play. And considering you've had so many key players out at different times,
it's frustrating that if you watch the games, and obviously there's been an improvement in December, but Saturday was a knockback again. But it's frustrating when you're playing games and you're losing by the odd goal, but feel as though you should be winning the games. If you're getting battered, and then you hold your hands up and say we're not good enough. But we haven't come across a team yet who's really outplayed us. I think the only game where I've been really disappointed is the Stevenage game. But apart from that, every game we've been in it. But you can't keep saying that. We've got to start winning games, and that is obviously very frustrating, because we're so close to being a really good team at this level.
In terms of the targets this season and looking towards the playoffs, Have you reassessed that? Is it still the same? Where are you at with that?
Still the same. We still, if you go on a run, then you soon catch up, because the gap between everybody is very, very small. But we've got to start doing that. We've got to have a good Christmas now, and if we have a good Christmas, then we'll be there or thereabouts. But you start with the next game, and that's Barrow, and we concentrate on that.
I was going to say, in terms of the Christmas period, do you see a couple of these games as real chances? You know, there's some teams who haven't been, I know, had a bit of a pickup in form, but also at the other end of the table. So there might maybe more winnable games coming up.
I think they're all winnable. We've proved with the teams that we've played that, you know, Forest Green were at the top of the table. Well, I think they were third at the time. So, and we more than outplayed them and should have won the game. So it doesn't matter who we're playing. We have to be guarded against the teams who are you know, below us, because they're capable of beating us. But if we can get our defensive duties right, then you know, there's no reason why we can't beat anybody.
And in terms of Christmas, what will it look like at the club? I'm sure you would have hoped to have gone into a happier run. I mean, what happens at Christmas Day and things like that with the players?
Yeah, we've been training hard this week. The players will have Christmas Day off, and then you know, they'll be sensible. They'll go for a run on Christmas Day, and then prepare, obviously, on the Boxing Day for the game. It'll be a hectic few days, but you know, we're all used to that anyway.
Brilliant. Good luck, John. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Robbie. Thank you.